Hey, welcome to today's Yin Yoga practice. It'll be a practice for the metal element, which is the autumn season. You probably noticed mornings are getting a little colder. Sun is still out, that sense of being near the end of summer. And in Chinese medicine, the metal element is a time of letting go. When out of balance, we feel sadness or grief, or we're holding on to things from the past. And when we bring our metal element into balance, this is when we feel kind of righteousness and courage, and not so much holding on to the past, but just allowing whatever is present in our day, noticing, appreciating all life around us, whatever it might be, sounds, tastes, just the things that make up each day. So we're going to start by connecting some key acupressure points on the body. This is our Nagel point, the inside of our wrists, 3 finger widths up from your wrist crease. So you might like to just connect those points. So pulling one wrist in, pushing the other one out. See if you can extend your neck and maybe tuck in your chin, feel the spine long, shoulders heavy. Bring all attention in between the wrists. And see if you can just start to notice the breath. No need to change it, just bring your attention to it. You might like to soften muscles in the face, the jaw, the cheeks, the teeth. I'm going to see if we can transfer this energy from the Nagel points onto our body. So we'll draw the hands in, stack the 2 points, one over the other, right in the center of our sternum, our chest. And bring your fingers so they're just under the collarbone, just inside the shoulder joint. This is the start of our lung meridian. You might notice the lung number 1 point is underneath the 3rd finger, the ring finger. Lung number 2 is under the index finger. So just bring your attention there. Take your breath underneath the fingers. Give each breath all the time that it needs to fully express itself. And if there is any vulnerability or sadness there, just notice that too. And if your mind's drifted away, just invite it back to the next breath, or maybe right to the center of your heart space, underneath the wrists. We're going to turn our wrists back towards each other, and then just let them roll one over the other. maybe changing direction. And then we'll just let our wrists go. Just let the hands be loose. Okay, so let's start our yin practice today. We're going to take one of our legs extending out. I might start with my right leg extending. So take it out. You might like to draw the toes back in towards the body. And with our other leg, we're going to take it over the top. Bring the foot outside the opposite hip. And see if you can kind of stack your knees as close as your body will allow for knees to be stacked. You might like to take a bit of flesh away from the sit bones, come up as tall as you can. If you want to feel a little deeper sensation, draw the toes in. You'll feel that tug along the back of the leg and then just let it go. All right, we're not quite done. So we're going to take our right hand to our shoulder, back of our shoulder, and then left hand is going to come to the spine. Now the hands may not meet, but you might like to grab a hold of your shirt. If the hands do meet, you might like to hook one set of fingers into the other. Just notice how your body feels in this shape. You might feel a little like a pretzel, that's okay. Once you're in the shape, just notice all the strong sensation, wherever it might be. Return to your next breath. Won't be here a long time. If this shape is too much for your shoulders, you might like to just bring your arms down, give them a rest. Not trying to get anywhere. You want to explore the shape more, you might try and lift your elbow a little more. Just explore those joints, shoulder joint. Change the plasticity of our joints is a pretty tricky thing to do. They don't change too much. Can't build our joints like we can our muscles. But we can make them a little stronger, a little more durable. Anytime you like, bring your arms down. You might like to join me, maybe just 3 or 4 more breaths. Whenever you're ready, Slowly bring the arms down. You might like to shake them out, take them behind the body. Let's open through the hips. And then whenever you're ready, let's set up on the other side. So extending the left leg long this time. Drawing the right knee over, trying to stack our knees one over the other. Might feel a little different to the other side. Curl the toes in. Make sure you've got a good sense for your sit bones. We don't want to be dumping into the lower back. And because we've got our right leg over, we're going to take our left hand to the shoulder, right hand behind. So it might feel very different on this side. Just notice whatever slight changes you might have from side to side. Body is not even. It's not a fault, it's just a sign of whatever things we might favor through our day, through our habit energy, or maybe a mirror to trauma or stress that we've had in our life. Notice if this side feels a little more or less stable. Once you feel settled, just follow or sink into your breath pattern. You can bring your arms down any time that you like. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Slowly unraveling the arms, bring them behind the body again. Open out. So it'll be a lot of work on our shoulders today, but we'll get there slowly. Next shape we're going to do is rolling over onto our knees. And then we'll come all the way down into a child's pose to start. You might like to extend the arms forward to start. Head heavy, head down to the ground. Maybe you're ready, draw the arms down by the side of the body. You can feel your next breath expand, belly towards the thighs and heels.
Hands can come under the shoulders. We'll slowly press ourselves up. And once you're in all fours, you might like to just take some gentle cat cows or just roll the shoulders, roll the hips. Any movements that work for your body. Okay, our next shape, we're going to thread our left arm under the body and just let your shoulder and head come all the way down to the ground. Make sure they feel supported. And if this feels comfortable, you might extend your right leg all the way out. If you want to keep your knee on the ground, that's okay too. So this is a strong sensation on the shoulder joint. Just notice that feeling. Everything heavy, everything sinking. You might even like to thread your right arm behind the back, but again, we're not trying to get anywhere. We're just opening, exploring the body. Take 2 or 3 more breaths. Slowly untangle the body, arm, leg, coming back into all fours. Take your time before you lift your head. And again, might like to just roll through the spine, checking in on where your body is. Whenever you feel ready, let's go the same other way. So right arm is going to thread underneath, head heavy. This might be a limit, or you might extend the left leg long. You might take the left arm behind the back. Take 2 more breaths here. Dropping the knee down, untangling the arms. Let's walk our hands forward. We're going to drop down into a deep puppy shape. Arms heavy. Walk them as far away from the head as you can. When you're ready, we're going to come all the way down onto our bellies. Let's extend the legs out. Bring your head down. Arms down by the side of the body. You can find every point of the body that connects with the ground. Might be knuckles or toes, thighs, knees, ear. And we're going to extend our left arm perpendicular to the body. So just take it out wide, palm turned down. We're looking for that same long point that we started our practice with. Let's take our right hand under the armpit and just roll your body onto the side. So you should feel just at the where your pec muscle is at the front of that shoulder joint. It's a really strong sensation. You might like to just stack your hips if you want a little more stability. You might bend the top leg and take the foot to the floor, just locking yourself in shape. See if we can bring all our attention right to that lung one point, just on the inside of the shoulder joint. Anything we have to let go of today, just honor it and sigh it out. Might be something that isn't in our life anymore, an activity, a person, a possession. moving away from what's missing, moving towards what we have. Whenever you're ready, just roll back over onto the belly. We're going to bring our elbows underneath the shoulders. Head hangs heavy. Might like to bring your legs together. Just let them be heavy. Let's create a little space between our ears and our shoulders. Once settled in this shape, we just bring our attention to our abdominal breath. Belly presses into the floor as we breathe in. And then as we sigh out, you'll feel your spine sinking. Just keep that flow going. And with your next breath, let's come down. This time we're going to extend our right arm out to the side. flat to the floor. When you're ready, roll onto the side. You might like to brace yourself again. Or if your mind's drifted up to, just invite it back into the body. You might like to roll onto the belly again. And then whenever you're ready, just keep going, roll onto the back. We'll draw the knees into the chest. Maybe a little hug of the knees, a little rock side to side. You might even like to reach through to your shins or ankles. We're going to extend our right leg long, arms wide, take the left knee across the body. Take a sigh as you roll it over. And then slowly extend that leg out. We'll bring the right knee into the body. Take a breath. Slowly roll that knee across. Shoulders stay heavy. And when you're ready, extend that leg. Just let your body roll back onto the spine. We're going to extend into our final resting shape. Just bring arms down by the side of the body, palms turned up. Allow your feet to flop out. If it's cold in your space, you might like to use a rug or something to keep you warm. Once you feel settled, few deep sighs, just sense of melting or surrendering into the support of the ground. Last thing for today, we're going to turn our thumbs out towards the ground. Just feel your upper back. You're going to be rolling a little off your shoulder blades, chest a little more open. Just allow that feeling of openness or vulnerability or softness that feels unusual. Just notice that too. Welcoming in whatever is present.
Might like to wiggle toes, stretch fingers, roll the wrists. Might reach your arms above the head. And we'll slowly roll onto our side. Take a breath here if you can. And then slowly pressing back up. Take a moment always at the end of every practice just to notice how you feel. Maybe something has shifted, maybe something in your shoulders. Just notice how that part of the body feels. We'll bring our palms together. Take them to heart center as we always do, just acknowledging with gratitude our choice to be here today. And then we'll extend that gratitude to each other. Namaste.